Aye, please come.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Varun Bansal.
Only Varun.
Please take. Varun, you are from Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Born and brought up in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Delhi 6. Shall I call it Delhi 6?
Sorry, sir. Beg your pardon.
Delhi 6.
Sir, I come from Shadra, sir. Its pin code is 32, sir. Delhi 6 is the old Delhi
Old
around.
Delhi. It's not Old Delhi. You're not in Old Delhi.
No, sir.
Is that?
North Suburb Park. North East Delhi.
Yes, sir. In Shadra, sir.
Okay. Since you are from Delhi, are you happy with the quality of services that we have in Delhi?
So, yes, sir.
They are collapsing day after day. The civic services in Delhi are collapsing very badly. Do you agree with this?
So, to some extent, majorly, I think this level of services, in my experience, has improved. In my locality, Shadra, the functioning of East MCD, it has improved by quite a big factor. Apart from that, I also feel in the fields of infrastructure, street lighting, and other things, the level of service has improved.
Supposing you are appointed as the district magistrate or the commissioner of NEMCD, what action will you take to improve the infrastructure, to improve the quality of civic services, municipal services? Very short.
So, firstly, I ensure that all the responsible authorities, the municipal corporations, they do their job daily without any failure. Apart from that, sir, I also feel a big issue in Delhi is the traffic congestion. So, I ensure that traffic lights they work as per schedule, they work 24/7. Also, sir, when it comes to public transport, I also think there can be certain improvements made. Every day we see buses breaking down.
But transport doesn't come under your charge. You are the commissioner of NEMCD. Where is the transport commissioner?
Okay, sir.
Then what about congestion due to unauthorized encroachment by the pavement dwellers or hawkers? What action are you going to take?
Yes, sir.
There's a major cause of problems in Delhi.
So, I think, sir, in that case, it is a major issue, illegal encroachment of public space of roads, it leads to traffic congestion. But I think we also have to be appreciable of the fact that these vendors, hawkers, they play a major role in our informal economy. So, while we can't certainly remove them from the roads, I think, sir, separate spaces for their daily business, they can be provided.
This is your second attempt. What happened in the first attempt?
So, in my first attempt, I couldn't clear the preliminary examination, sir.
I'm very happy that you have made it in the second attempt.
Thank you, sir.
Normally people take 2-3 times. And you are a data structure operating system engineer from Jamia. What is this? Data transmission also is your part?
Data transmission.
I heard about some quantum transmission of data. Have you read about it?
So, yes,
See, our organization called ISRO, they have done some achievements
See-
about quantum data transmission. It's a very, very unique thing there. Just last week, I read it. Are you aware of that?
So, I'm aware of quantum computing and quantum data transmission. So, but I'm unable to recollect what ISRO did.
No problem. See, all activities in the government, I think since you are a mathematician, all activities in the government are being digitalized. So, what is the ultimate idea of all this? Don't you think the entire bureaucracy will be dehumanized? There will be no need for bureaucrats.
So, yes, sir, so we see that there is a certain identifiable push towards digital medium. So, but sir, I don't believe that it will lead to dehumanization of bureaucracy. In fact, it will make the bureaucracy more responsive. It will also make the people more aware. It will also improve the service, the quality of service delivery. So, rather than calling it dehumanization of bureaucracy, I would call it a transformative change. And I believe the bureaucracy should be trained to handle that change well.
Okay. Is it really happening at ground zero or just a narrative that you are telling us?
No, sir, first-hand experience. I've
Have
had,
you ever been to the office of a district magistrate or commissioner, Delhi MCD?
no, sir.
You have never been there?
But,
You
sir,
don't know the response mechanism. They don't attend to you. Nobody bothers. Our leaders talk about good governance, responsive mechanism, but nobody bothers. I have to stand in a queue. As a senior citizen, I have to even stand in a queue and curse my luck, my age.
so,
So what is it? It's all, I think, ribose.
yes, sir. So certainly there's still some way to go, but I do feel that changes at the ground level are also being made. So, for example, my father, he's a part of the Resident Welfare Association of the society, and sir, our elected representatives are also a part of that. So, sir, in that, sir, I've seen that a lot of data keeping, it has been digitalized. A lot of association meetings are being held over digital mediums. So, while and also, sir, I recently paid a visit to the regional transport
That
office.
is because of his personal interest. He is taking interest in the job, so that is because of that.
Sir, yes, sir. I think, sir, there would have to be a push from the people responsible, and also the
Okay. What is the use of mathematics in the government of India?
yes, sir. So, if you're administrator or civil servant at any level, so one has to be comfortable with numbers, with number crunchings. So, an administrator has to be aware about the population of the district, what is the quantum of senior citizens available, the percentage of females in the district. And so, whenever a scheme is launched, he should also be aware of the numbers of the scheme, the budget. So, sir, in that sense, maths does make a person more comfortable with such calculations. In
Are you
addition,
talking about the statistics,
yes, sir. So
statistical data?
yes, sir. So the number crunch.
That,
Yes, sir. So, in addition to that, sir, I also feel that mathematics makes a person more rational. In maths, we see there are very different methods to arrive at the same solution. Calculations, but they remain the same. The calculations have to be correct. So, even in life too, in
how do
government,
we collect statistical data? What are the methods?
sir, I'm not aware of the.
Sample techniques, sampling techniques?
I'm not aware, sir.
You're not aware? What's the use of statistical data? Is it useful for policy formulation?
Definitely, sir. It helps us to make better decisions. Also, sir, based on the past results, past outcomes of whatever scheme that is there, sir, it enables the policymakers to see where the faults are, where improvements can be made. Yes, sir. Yes,
One last question.
yes, sir.
You know GDP, how it is collected? It's part of mathematics, statistics.
Yes, sir, I'm aware, sir.
Who computes GDP?
Sir, it is a CSO that does the computation of
CSO. What is the
GDP.
full name of CSO?
So, Central Statistical Organization. So, I believe it was recently changed to NSO. It was merged with some other organization.
Are you sure about it? There is another organization called NSSO.
Yes, sir.
National Sample Survey Organization.
So I believe that CSO and NSSO were merged and to form a unified organization, NSO. And that does the-
I'm not aware, sorry. Uh, Between gross domestic product and gross domestic happiness, which is better? Which is a better indicator of the level of happiness?
So I think both are equally important. The gross domestic product, it tells about the raw numbers, raw output of the economy. Some materialistic gains and materialistic needs are also vital. But sir, in addition to that, sir, the gross domestic happiness index, it tells us about the level of equality or the rather level of inequality prevailing in the society and whether the fruits of development and the fruits of growth, whether are they being equitably distributed. So, sir, I think both are equally important and both should be used in our analysis.
Supposing we have a very high GDH, happiness, and a low GDP, how will it work? Will it keep us happy?
So, I think it differs from country to country. For example,
So which country has the highest GDH?
so it's normally the Scandinavian countries, normally the Scandinavian countries, sir.
No country near India?
Yes, sir. Bhutan is also another country that ranks quite high. in this.
Maximum, highest GDH in the world.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
To supplement him, on the index of happiness, Finland is number one. Just keep it in mind. Finland has been number one since last 2 years. It's a consecutive win for them that they are number one in the index of happiness. Now, next question would be about happiness only. What would be the parameters of seeing that one country or a citizen is happy? What we can do to improve the index? We are far behind. We are performing very poorly. So what would you suggest to improve the happiness index in India?
Ma'am, firstly, the parameters of such index, ma'am, firstly, it has to be the economic size, the materialistic output. In addition to that, ma'am, other socioeconomic indicators such as health, education, sanitation level. And ma'am, we certainly see that our country lags behind in these kind of indexes. So ma'am, what I would do, the recommendations that I would make, firstly would be to promote inclusive growth at micro and macro levels, at the society level, and also we see a lot of states lagging behind the other states when it comes to development and growth. In addition to that, ma'am, programs such as Niti Aayog's Aspirational District, it is a very ideal project that works on improving these socioeconomic indicators, the very basic indicators. And ma'am, facilities such as education, health insurance for the marginalized sections through government-funded programs. And these schemes are something that I would promote to improve our ranking on such indexes.
I would differ with you because government is already doing a lot of things for the lower class, so much at the expense of the taxpayers. What about the middle class? Middle class happiness also matters. What would you suggest for that?
Ma'am, certainly, ma'am, when it comes to middle class, ma'am, certain tax breaks could be made as we've seen in the previous budgets. Relief especially for the middle class, they're missing. So on the economic point of view, some tax breaks could be given to the middle class. In addition to that, middle class is mostly involved in the government jobs. So ma'am, DNS allowances and such.
Every year that happens. That is not an answer. I wouldn't take it.
Ma'am, I would have to read up more about it on
Yes,
specifically
please
what can
do, because it's very important. India has been, shown in a very sorry state of affairs as far as happiness is concerned. If I were you, I'm reviewing it now because it's very important that don't give theoretical answers. These are all answers are very theoretical. We are not judging. We are judging your personality, how effectively you will work as a civil servant, right? So the first and foremost thing is we need to work on our social systems. Suppose you go for a small work and your day is wasted and you are not done. The job is not done. Then it will create unhappiness. So we need to put the system in place, first thing. Second, the sense of justice is just not there. It is not a fair society where justice is done to everybody. Till we make a fairly good judicial system and where justice is done in a speedy manner. Suppose my case drags in the court for 20 years. Will I be happy? No. So these, you have to apply your mind while you are answering. Next, I will only ask one question because I just wanted to highlight that your answers are very theoretical. You are not applying your mind. Everybody knows the theory. So you have to come out with such answers which are out of box, solution oriented. I will only ask you what is the budget outlay for health and well-being this year? How much increase?
Ma'am, I'm not aware of the.
Please read the budget then. I'm done.
Varun, you are from Delhi, and your father was in bank, right?
Yes.
When he retired, right?
Yes.
What is the annual income of your father? Annual income, yeah.
So after retirement,
Yes.
so he earns about 38,000 per month. So, sir, that would
Annual income. I asked annual income.
yes, so it would be around 4,50,000, sir.
So your DAF doesn't say that.
Yes, sir. I
You know?
mistakenly entered the monthly income, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's a DAF issues. Okay, and another, you're from Delhi. What is administrative problem in Delhi?
Yes, sir. So, first problem that comes to my mind is there's too much bureaucracy, I feel, which leads to a lot of friction. For example, we have the municipal corporations, and then we have the Delhi government. So, even now we're seeing a lot of friction between these two arms. In addition to that, sir, there have also been issues of disagreements between the Council of Ministers of Delhi and the Lieutenant Governor. So, sir, these I think, are the major administrative issues, sir.
So, do you want to say it's a multiplicity of authority,
Yes, sir.
overlapping authority,
Yes, sir.
no clear division between,
Yes, sir. When it comes to financial responsibilities,
right?
the sphere of legislation, I think, sir, there are some confusions.
What is the social issue of Delhi?
Uh,
What is the social issue of Delhi?
Sir, in Delhi, I feel when it's socially, sir, there's a problem of migrants, undocumented migrants from neighboring states and as well as from other countries. So that I believe is a major social issue. In addition to that, sir, women's safety is also another major social issue. We are still not enabled to ensure safe and secure travel
Right.
to the women. That's all that's coming to my mind, sir.
Okay, the COP diktat has taken place in Myanmar. How it is going to impact India's immediate neighborhood policy?
So Myanmar is a crucial neighboring state for India. It's very crucial in the neighborhood first policy as well as the Act East policy. Also, sir, it's said that the coup that happened, it was encouraged by China. So, sir, and Myanmar has been an important partner for India. We also supplied them their first submarine. So, sir, in that sense, if China sweeps in, it could be a bit problematic for our country, sir. So, we have to ensure that China doesn't increase its control over Myanmar, and we also maintain our presence.
Which
there.
part of Indian constitution is a positive obligation on the state?
So the DPSPs, the articles ranging from 36 to 51.
What is shadow cabinet?
I beg your pardon?
Shadow cabinet.
So shadow cabinet is a British concept. It refers to the leaders from opposition who act as a source of criticism, source of check for the elected ministers there.
Can you explain Plato's contribution to mathematics?
So I would have to read upon it, so I'm not aware, sir.
Pythagoras' contribution to the mathematics?
So we have the Pythagoras theorem. It's widely used in all aspects of mathematics.
Right.
It says that when there is in any right angle triangle, the sum of the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the perpendicular and the base of the triangle.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'd like to ask you one question. You have said that you like to watch and analyze football. So that analytical thing does help you in your day-to-day life, or it will influence you in your everyday life.
Ma'am, when it comes to analyzing football, we see what formations a team would play, how many players would there be in defense, how many players would there be in attack. There needs to be a healthy balance. Too much of defending, you'll never score a goal, and too much of attack, you'll leave your goal vulnerable. So, ma'am, similar principles can be applied in life and governance and administration too. There should be a healthy balance between your views, your approach. There shouldn't be an extreme of anything when it comes to administering the policies. So, ma'am, in that sense, I think such analysis, such comparisons, and such inspirations can be taken from the game of football, ma'am.
And who's your favorite football player?
Ma'am, my favorite football player is Xabi Alonso. He used to play for Spain. He's now retired.
Yeah.
I will add on.
Yes, ma'am. They will also.
Varun, I must compliment you for having a very pleasant personality. This is my view. I hope my colleagues will agree with it. Very pleasant personality, and your answering mechanism is also very, very comfortable. You take time, you're not impulsive. You give a pause and then answer. And your answers are to the point, very relevant to the questions. Huh? This is something very good. This is your strength. And avoid saying sirring, madam, ma'am, avoid this. These are all irritants for the whole.
Okay, sir.
Don't say sir, sir after everything. Please never say this. And you are putting your hands on the thighs, that's very good. You have not moved your hands. Very good. Are you wearing a coat and pant, or are you wearing shirt?
So interview?
When is your interview?
So 14th of June.
Oh. So, you will wear
Yes, sir.
shirt and
Same outfit, sir, that I'm wearing.
same.
Yes, sir.
Will you be comfortable with the coat?
Yes, sir.
Achha, it will be too hot.
So wearing a coat, it also
okay,
gives
okay,
me
okay. But in the change, this same suit or
same suit, sir.
हाँ तो टाई थोड़ा आप शर्ट को आप चेंज कर लीजिए ना,
Okay, sir.
व्हाइट कर लीजिए तो थोड़ा कंट्रास्ट आ जाएगा,
Okay, sir.
ठीक है ना. एंड दिस इज चॉकलेट कलर और ब्राउन कलर सूट.
So it's
So dark red.
dark gray.
Gray. Yeah.
That's fine.
तो शर्ट को सॉरी टाई को आप थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए, प्लेन टाई लेने थोड़ा अच्छा रहेगा. नॉर्मली
Okay, sir.
प्रिंटेड विद नो डिजाइंस इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर.
Okay, sir.
गोइंग फॉर ए वेरी सीरियस
Yes, sir.
job. It's not a celebration. बाकी तो ठीक है, but only thing is which is disturbing me is about the 3 rings which you are wearing. They might ask you. I'm not, because you are a mathematician, you are a software engineer, and you are so well qualified. We trust that you have a scientific bent of mind.
Okay, sir.
So why are you wearing these rings?
Because
They might
because-
ask you.
Let me see.
Yes.
सब उतार के जाना.
Okay, ma'am.
इस पे बहुत क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे आप.
Okay, okay.
क्योंकि आपको
And
पूछेंगे कि वो
it's, it's, I didn't realize it's looking very, very loud and showy, बिल्कुल मत पहनना उस दिन इंटरव्यू के समय में.
Okay,
आप
ma'am.
सब उतार देना.
Okay, ma'am.
थोड़ी देर के लिए पहनने की जरूरत नहीं.
जी, सर.
पहले से ही उतार के जाएंगे आप.
जी, जी.
It won't affect.
ये भी मत पहनना. ये जो थ्रेड पहना हुआ है ना,
हाँ,
इसको भी उतार
इसको
देना.
हाँ,
उसको भी निकाल सकता है. ठीक है.
लेकिन ये जो है ना रिंग्स तो आप,
Okay, sir.
because there will be a lot of questions.
I'm going to add 2 more things. Read about data mining because your backdrop is this. So data mining के बारे में latest क्या हुआ है? You must know all that. Data mining you should be thorough on data mining because it is a revolutionary concept which is changing the way we work. You can see many combinations where what will work for you, right? So data mining पढ़ लेना. The most important thing, because you belong to Delhi, the recent amendment
GNCT. Yeah.
about the Lieutenant Governor's
I forgot to
job
ask, but-
profile, it is the most important question which will be asked from you. I'm sure they will ask you. He did start with that, but we didn't go in depth because
Yeah.
of lack of time or whatever maybe. But then do read the new changes of the role of the Chief Minister vis-a-vis the Lieutenant
Lieutenant
Governor. It's a major issue now, and because I feel I would support the amendment because Delhi because Delhi is the capital, and now people shun away, they shrink when we say that we are from Delhi. We are not proud of being part of Delhi, being a citizen of Delhi. So that is a lot more reforms, changes are needed. Delhi should not be the most polluted city of the world, all these things because you are based in Delhi. So all this you must read. I'm just adding, very well, but data mining, the new amendment which will change the role of Lieutenant Governor completely, will become very, very powerful, and the effective way of doing things. Then the question of pollution in Delhi, then the cross migration which is about to happen again because the workforce on which Delhi works, they are going to run away again. They are apprehending that there will be another lockdown. So that all that cross migration issues, how badly we handle COVID, especially the cross migration of the migrants from Delhi, why it could not have been handled better. If you were the administrator, what would you have done to do a better job of that? All that, please tell, right? I'm just giving you questions, you just read and see some.
There are two articles on GNCTD Act in Hindu. One written by G. Krishna Reddy in Hindu, right? And another is Gautam Bhan. Gautam Bhan has written yesterday on Delhi GNCTD Act, and there two persons have written in two different perspectives. One is what ma'am is saying towards the Krishna Reddy has justified the act, but Gautam Bhan has countered it. So if you
Read
read
both,
that,
read both.
read that, and from my side, your head is too much nosing. Yeah, थोड़ा सा आप you restrict yourself, right? अभी भी आप ऐसे करें तो exactly your hand is good and टाई तो बता दिया है. Then अगर आपको क्वेश्चन नहीं आता है तो ऐसे बोलिए sorry sir या sorry ma'am, I will read it again, right? Yeah, I will read it in future. तो आपने डायरेक्ट शायद ये नहीं कहा था, कुछ और कहा था, तो इसीलिए मैंने नोट डाउन कर लिया था. डैफ दो जगह पे इशू है आपका. अभी आर यू अवेयर ऑफ इट?
Yes, sir, the salary thing.
दो जगह प्रॉब्लम है डैफ में. देयर आर टू प्रॉब्लम्स. सो आर दे डिड दे रिस्पॉन्ड?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, two issues with the DAF, right? Otherwise it's okay, your knowledge is good, no problem with that.
My only suggestion is to you that whatever the hobbies you have mentioned in your DF, just be through with that, because you might get good on that. So the way you have answered on that was pretty okay.
If you're not getting DAF issues, prepare for the answer, right? How you are going to become an IAS, and how at this stage you have filled your DAF wrongly, right? So can UPSC expect this from you?
It's a major problem.
It's a major problem, right? So be prepared for that.
So were my answers to your question satisfactory, the social and administrative problems?
Administrative it was not actually. See, Delhi is neither a state nor a union territory. Constitutionally it is, but when there is a friction between center and state, it becomes a union, right? It's a union territory. It's a control, complete control in the center.
And the reason for that is because Delhi is also the capital of the country.
Right.
So the law and order situation cannot be given to a particular state, and that has been the bone of contention. Why police force is not under? It is is under the Home Ministry. Your theory part is okay, but your practical knowledge is very poor.
सोशल प्रॉब्लम में आपको जो आएगा, वो जो आपने कहा, थोड़ा सा आपको तो रिवाइज करना पड़ेगा. सोशल प्रॉब्लम में दिल्ली इज attracting people, right? So attracting from the other part of the country, and Delhi is becoming a population bomb, right? So we should not use the population bomb. Overcrowding, we have housing issues, the major people are and how we provide the basic amenities. That is the crisis today we have in Delhi.
One thing on this part we can be drill that in spite of so many social issues we have in Delhi, why still Delhi is being a pull factor? Why?
Right. Delhi is the
Delhi is being known as a capital city of faith, but still women wants to come and settle there.
Right.
Job opportunities, better opportunities.
Delhi is the second largest population in the entire world after Tokyo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
दिल्ली के बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ लें. ठीक है. All the best. All the best.
Yeah. Best
You want
wishes
to ask
for.
something? Yeah, please.
So, ma'am, I think I got just enough marks to clear the mains cutoff. So, I'm actually a bit worried about my interview marks. So, what could be the...
No. Just relax. Out of 2 people, 1 will be selected. We just affirm that I am good enough, I am more than enough, and I'll make it. Affirm to yourself. You know about affirmations?
Yes, ma'am.
Go and search Louis Hay on YouTube about positive affirmations and do 1 or 2 affirmations, which will, because the anxiety should not be there. If you make it, you deserve it. If you do not make it, then you deserve better. Keep that in mind. you will get what is the best for you. So you will get it. Just be in a positive frame of mind. Don't doubt yourself.
Exactly.
You will, maybe you will do better than others in the personality test, right? So don't worry about that. Do your best. That's it.
Ma'am, just a basic idea about the range of marks, ma'am.
You
As
learn.
per my
By yes.
Yes, sir.
No, don't worry about it.
We are not, we are not trying to
assessing
judge
your
you. We are
performance.
trying to assess
We are
you.
only- we are
The
assessing-
approach
we are-
here is
we are
to
only
assist
here
you.
to tell you about your shortcomings.
Okay, sir.
So that
Yeah.
you do better. You, at least you add another 20, 30 marks. That's the endeavor of the board. Not to judge you, but to assist
And how
you.
will
We
you
are-
say that you have not done well in mains? How can you say? How can you self-assess yourself?
So actually, my second paper in optional was quite bad, sir.
Never mind.
Doesn't
It
matter.
can happen with anybody.
सेकेंड ऑप्शनल किसी का भी अच्छा नहीं होता, फर्स्ट के बराबर थोड़े होगा कभी भी. जस्ट रिलैक्स.
हाँ, be relaxed.
Because you are doubting yourself. That's why I said this is not part of the panel. It's a personal suggestion. Go search for Louis Hay. You can heal your life. There are positive affirmations for success. Do 1 or 2 affirmations 100 times a day. देखना तुम्हारा कितना होता है. I would be eagerly waiting कि affirmation का क्या असर हुआ. Right? All the best. Cheerful. Stay cheerful and don't doubt yourself.
Yes.
You will do well.